Hey, I'm Mark. It's Markeology. My product is Brown's Body Barn. My product line's Brown's Body Barn. I had some friends come over last night. One of them is a massage therapist. And we're watching football. And I showed him this oil that I've made. And I explained this story to him. And he says, dude, you just need to do a video and just talk about that. So this is the story of Annie's Bearded Beaver Balm originally, and now it's bat oil and bearded beaver balm. So, to back this story up, so I owned a candle soap and lotion company 20-ish years ago. Like tinkering around, like experimenting, it's fun. There was a news article in the middle of me designing all sorts of product. There was a news article or an advert, something was on a website about something called fur oil that was becoming all the rage in California. And fur oil is just a mixture of 3 different oils that they marketed to apply to body parts that grow hair. And it was like, quite a thing. And I'm like, pish posh, this is going to be easy. I can do something better. But then I took a step back and I'm thinking, okay, so what am I trying to do? I'm trying to feed and protect skin. So I've already got the feeding done. That's the 1825. That's a hyaluronic acid gel vitamin skin serum for anywhere. So the reason people wear lotion is because they want the oil barrier protection on their skin, but they don't want it to feel greasy. And so oil and water don't mix. Lotion is oil and water. And so in order to get those two stick together, you have to have something that makes them sticky, an emulsifier. You can try to use beeswax, but eventually that breaks down and it starts getting water in it, and people don't like that, even though there's technically absolutely nothing wrong with it. Or you can use chemicals. So I'm thinking, all right, and I already know, based on my other studies about 1825, that the hyaluronic acid gel, it draws stuff deep into the skin. It helps take the vitamins and the oils, the things that reduce the inflammation and improve healing, support collagen. Hyaluronic acid soaks that into the skin. And so by doing that, it plumps the skin, it makes it look better, it feeds it, it does all sorts of stuff. So I kind of took that approach with an oil. And my theory was this. Coconut oil, like the white waxy stuff, or shea butter, jojoba oil, all of these things, they're all fats. And so they're all oils. They just melt at different temperatures. That's literally the only thing. So when I play with my products, I try to get the melting point of everything to be right about 98 degrees. Maybe even just a little bit above, so that it's basically right at skin temperature and it will start to melt. That way, but so if you have something that has a melt point of 175, and then you have something that is a melt point of 75, well, then you've got to try to get this in the middle, but then you've got to weigh this more, and so it's just playing around with math. At the end of the day, that's all it is playing around with math. So I have a bunch of different types of oils, and supposedly all of these oils do various things, but at the end of the day, they all do the same thing. They're oils. It's just what it is. Skin is skin, oil is oil. It has a function. But oils have different densities. So you have a thick oil, like a car oil, and then you'll have a thinner oil, like a mineral oil, and you'll have olive oil, or you'll have a avocado oil, all these different oils, all right? So they're all different thicknesses. And the reason they're different thicknesses is chemistry, chemical bonds. And it's the sizes of molecules. The bigger the molecule, the thicker it is. The smaller the molecule, I don't know, this is my theory at least, smaller the molecule, the easier it is to work with. So what I did is I designed oils that would penetrate at different levels into the skin based on the sizes of the molecules. So you've got something that sticks at the top, but then you have all the stuff that it literally soaks into the skin. And then I have 2 butters in there. And again, that's basically just for melt point. So I have like these little roller things. One's to feed your skin. This is like for tattoos and bikini areas. Feeding your skin. And then this thing right here, it's literally just 9 oils and 2 butters. All right. And it's not greasy at all. I can still, it's actually amazing stuff. This is something I did. This is all me. This is my theory, my formula. Didn't find anything on the internet. I thought, what's the best thing I could possibly make? I'm also incredibly lazy because I don't want to make lotion. Getting oil and water to stick together is a pain in the butt. So instead of trying to come up with a way that is a pain in the butt and that makes my cost higher, which makes your cost higher, is there something I could do that it would eliminate all of that? And in this case, it was just make something that's straight oil, but don't let it feel greasy. So I make a killer product. I have that done. So how am I going to market this killer product? Originally, I was thinking that this was I wanted to do a bearded beaver oil. And so I had this story. All of my products are tied into different real family members in my real family tree. They're just all pretend stories. And so I do have a great, great, great grandmother. Her name is Annie Beaver. So I made up this story about her having this unfortunate genetic trait, and she and her twin sister would grow beards. And so when they would walk to town, the town people would be very mean and point at them and say, there goes those bearded beavers. And so Annie's eventual husband, John, my great, great, great grandfather, he got tired of people making fun of his wife. And then one time she rocked the baby and scratched his head up the day before the artist was coming to do the baby's picture. So there's a picture that I've got of this baby that's yawning and it's got scratches on its head, or maybe it's crying, I don't know. But so anyway, John, he decided to figure out how to take care of this. And at that time, beavers were plentiful here. And so he was able to find some beavers and to distill this wonderful beaver oil that happened to soften beards and remarkably improve the skin. And so that's where it kind of got started. So the same product, the oil and the bearded beaver balm, they are exactly the same. The only difference is the ratio of products. So the bearded beaver balm has got more butters in it. So its melt point is much higher, which means that it stays solid. So the melt point is low, and so it basically stays liquid. Yeah, so that's the basic idea of the bat oil. For marketing purposes, I needed to separate it. So the bearded beaver balm is 1886. That's when Annie passed away, and then 1816 is the bat oil, just so that they would be different. And bat is bikini and tattoo. So you have like these little things, and it's perfect to keep your skin tight, fresh, healthy, and then also protect the tattoo as well. So I hope this was of some interest. That is 1816 and 1886 and Annie's bearded beaver balm and bat oil. So thanks for watching, like and subscribe and all that stuff. Have a good one.